Okay, hi there. I have never ever done anything like this before, so this is all new to me. Um, so, taking this class, it was a little bit confusing for me, but I'm working through it a little bit. I started with your guided course template, and I started making all of my, oops, I didn't mean for that to show up in there, but I started making all of my modules and everything through the guided course template, which I guess it's not going to show up right now because I actually deleted everything out of there that I didn't like. So let me just go back to my dashboard. Okay, so I started in this your guided course template and things didn't work out, so I ended up realizing, hey, I'm supposed to actually get this course over here. And so I went ahead and put my course in, Introduction to Digital Citizenship. Over here it says unnamed. It is unnamed every time I put it in there to check it, and I go and edit it. It's still named. I don't know why it has unnamed. The only thing I can think of is I think that may have been like a section number or something, and I don't have that. But I have my Introduction to Digital Citizenship, and let me give you a slight background, and that is that I teach third grade, and at my school, I'm in Alpine School District, and they really don't want us to use Canvas for our kids unless we're sixth grade, and that's because they want us to prepare them, the sixth grade teachers, prepare the students for seventh grade where they might be using it. But I think they think it's too difficult for kids to use, so they prefer us not to use Canvas at my school for my grade. So I went ahead though and made this unit, my Intro to Digital Citizenship, and here it is. It says unnamed course there, but if I go to edit it, you're going to see that it actually is named there. So we'll go back here. Kind of crazy. So I have my course, and it's a welcome to the students and to go through each of the modules. I just want them to go through the modules. I don't want to have all of these different sections here for them to choose from, because I feel like it's way confusing and way overwhelming for a third grader. So on my page here, this is my first module. I have the Introduction to Digital Citizenship. I put an ISTE guidelines, and this is actually a poster that I made up from a prior class that I'm using for the kids. So it gives them the standards for digital citizenship, and then they're going to kind of read it in kid-friendly lingo. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up there. And I just put a link here, mainly because I made it on a different website. I can't remember right now, but that particular website, I was struggling to get the whole poster on there without paying for use of the website. I better speed this up. So I have this guidelines for digital safety on Piktochart. So they go down and they read these different guidelines, managing their personal information, yada yada, etc., all that stuff. Okay. When they're done, we're going to go back to the modules, and I have my standards for students here. This was the page that I made my front page. Okay, let me go back. Whoops, let me go back over here. And I wanted to have the kids actually go ahead and create a poster or a pictograph themselves. So I put this assignment in here to create one of those. And I have the rubric here for how they're going to create it, and everybody's going to do it. And I was kind of pleased at how easy that was to do. Then I've got a quiz, and I went ahead and actually imported the quiz. I did try doing the quizzes that are creating the quiz through Canvas, but I wanted to import one that I actually have been using from Google Classroom, Google Forms. And so I just brought that over here and I imported the quiz that I have. So I have, so I didn't have to redo everything. And it was fairly easy to move it over, which I was pleased with that and how that worked. So we've got that and all of that wonderful stuff. Let me go back here. Then I have a discussion. I put a discussion in both of my units. pick a standard and tell about it and why you like it. Comment on one other student post, and the kids will be able to post right here. So, and that's a new thing for my kids, but I think it would be a good building experience for them. They don't always really think really well about what they're doing, so this will be a good deep thinking a deep thinking assignment for them, why they actually have to pick a standard and why they actually like it. Go back to my modules here. Okay, I do have a second module down here, and it's digital citizenship with ask and answer. So one of our standards is to ask and answer questions, and I just wanted to make it a user-friendly, when I was making a unit here, something that I would actually use. And so I went ahead and combined it with ask and answer questions. And so I asked my kids here, one of the assignments that I have is for the kids to do an Adobe Spark ask and answer questions. And they need to read about the internet standards, and they've taken the quiz already. They can tell a story about internet safety and cite their main idea and key details for that video. And I did have a rubric there, and I'll go back one more thing. I know you didn't just want just showing. And then I did an ask and answer discussion, and I want them to explain in their own words one main idea and 3 key details using the ISTE standards. Something I noticed, and I may come back and fix, I don't know if I can pause this. I think I'm going to go back and fix something. On my home page, I did have a picture of me. I had a picture, and I don't see it here, so I'm going to change what was here. I also had my contact information, so I'm going to change that, and I'll put it right back. I'm just going to hit pause, though. Okay, I'm unpausing on this home page. I wanted you to see that I did have this. I don't know where it went, so I just re-put it in. I put my picture in, and then I put a contact email for myself. I also, if I go back to my home page here, I believe it was on the home page. Where was it? On the calendar. I was fiddling around with the calendar because you asked us to, and so I went ahead and made a Christmas, I think it says Christmas hello on my calendar, so just showing that I can actually use the calendar. I have used the inbox before. I didn't mail anything this time, but I guess I could compose a message and say something. I don't know, I guess I can send it to myself. I just was like, who do I email this to? alpinedistrict.org, and I'll just say hello, whoops, hello Canvas, and Canvas sample. Okay, just so you can see that I know how to use this. Oh, okay, except that invalid recipient name. Maybe because I haven't done it all yet there. Oh, okay. I'm not on their mailing list there, so, but you can see that I can use it. And I have used it with instructors. So I hope this is kind of what you were looking for. I honestly wish that we could use Canvas. Because I am not going to be using it, I probably didn't go into as much depth as maybe I could have, but I feel like I've got a good handle on it, and anything that I can't find or do, then I will go ahead and just Google it and learn how to do it. Thanks so much.